Whew, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. I'm back! 10 minutes late after pressing the go live button. That wonderful thing of, oh, freedom! I can start. And then somebody phones you and you're stuck because you've just gone live. So you're just like, sod. Booger. So anyway, hello everybody, how are you doing? Oh, I'm not a fan of this album. Let us change this music. I'm feeling more... Let's go with lo-fi, shall we? Feel like some lo-fi... No. Synthwave. Let's go with some synthwave. Still more Harry's Heller because copyright-free musical and jazz and blah 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 yada 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 schmackety. But yes, there we go. Some lo-fi music. So, hello everybody, how are you doing? And the stream is all working. Fan Darby Dozy. Right, it's been a while since I've been here, and a lot's changed since then. I no longer am a full-time person at Logs.io, so I will be spending more time building random stuff for me, because you know what? There's nobody telling me I have to do something else. So, hello, I am Mike Elsmore. I am here to mildly entertain, provide a lovely backing track to your day, preferably teach something along the way, and maybe even build something for myself, because why the heck not? Oh, that's good coffee. And yes, I talk about my coffee a lot. So, where are we? Okay, so yes, I'm starting to think I need a stream deck so I have buttons to press to click things rather than have to click to the next screen and stuff like that. And for those who know me quite well, they will know that I make random noises and talk with random accents all the time. What's the coffee of the day? It's... Oh no, I'm going to say something awful. Thank you for sticking me straight in the hard questions there. This is the medium roast, no, the light roast from Crosby Coffee via the blue coffee box, because it was an amazing gift and it's awesome. And yes, Dan, I'm starting to think Stream Deck for the win, because yeah. There we go. Excellent. Oi, are you talking about the Stream Deck or me? Because that's offensive to say that. That's rude. That's rude. Also, I don't think I need the Stream Deck XL because that's a lot of buttons. Like, I don't even know how many buttons, but that's a lot of buttons. So, I have an idea, and I have some stuff I need and want to learn. So, I have... Well, anybody who's been into the stream before knows that I am a JavaScript person. I like messing around with JavaScript most because you can hack around and do many of the things with it, and the things are good. And I need / want to relearn some front end because I haven't done any. in forever. Front-end JavaScript is something I have spaced out on. It's like, haven't needed to because I've been doing DevOps work for the last 12 months. And before that, I was doing architecture stuff and server side. So also very little front end. So now I need to relearn. And I've decided it's going to be React because Dan pointed it out. Pretty much the main reason. And I came up with an idea. Now, my friend Jim introduced me to, and I'm going to see if I can find it off one of the Discords that I'm on where he's been sharing it. I should really, this is when you can tell I'm not professional because I don't have all of this stuff pre-prepared. But that's where the entertainment comes in, because you then get me to watch me struggle and freak out a little bit whilst I try and act like I'm prepared and know what I'm doing. Which blooming thing did Blooming Jim drop it into? Because blooming. And yes, I'm trying to not swear because, well, I've got a lot of reasons to swear at the moment. La 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 la. Oh, God. Right, no, can't remember what it is, so we're going to have to go to Google, because Google! Right, so, loading screen. Do we have a browser? No, we don't have a browser. Let's drag in a browser. Let's drag in a browser. Bing! Are we talking Bing, the wonderful machine sound, or Bing, the search engine? Because I'm on a Mac, so Bing is not my default. Search engine of choice. Ah, right. No, let's Google Bing to then find what we need. I think we're getting meta, because if that's the case, do I need to Google Bing to get Ask Jeeves to go to Yahoo search to find the answer? Or is that just way too meta? Right, so my friend introduced me to a thing. I think I can't remember what it's called though. This thing. Google Bing for DuckDuckGo. That's better. Oh, wrong mouse. The problem with running my streaming PC and the Mac right next to each other is I still use the wrong mouse, and people have heard me moan about this for weeks and months and years. And yeah, okay. So there's this thing called Jukebox, and it's, you know what, I'm not a fan of it purely because of the fact that Jim and the others listen to some truly random music that I am not on board with. So not my jam, to put it honestly, just not my jam. So instead I decided to do something else. So I'm going to take the idea of this, which is a synchronized jukebox that when you tune in, you can listen to music. Fantastic. Great idea. But I miss St. Patrick's Day a lot. So what I want to do is I want to have an app that on St. Patrick's Day will play a video, probably YouTube, of a St. Patrick's Day parade. So let's see if YouTube has a St. Patrick's Day parade. Skip it for now. Agree. St. Patrick's Day parade. Because I live in Birmingham, and Birmingham has a huge St. Patrick's contingent, and every year there is a huge, well, except for the zombie apocalypse last year, which cancelled it because of happening the week before the parade, god damn the disease. We have a huge Irish contingent, and it's this big celebration, and then after the big celebration, people like me end up in fun situations involving the black stuff. Much of it. Yes, I'm trying to not say that I'm I'm not promoting alcohol consumption for people. However, I am trying to make an app to make it because I live alone, slightly more social and less depressing that I'm going to drink an entire case of Guinness on St. Patrick's Day in a month's time, because that's the plan. So here we go. There's some videos of the 2009 Dublin, and I'm just going to see if there's one for Birmingham, because if I'm going to do this, let's do it properly. Let's see if there is a Birmingham, if there is a video of Birmingham Parade. There's plenty of footage, but there's no... Yes, I am building an app to promote drinking on my own. It's like, it's not a great start, but it's definitely where I'm going with this. Yes, it is. So yes, I'm going to build an app that, to begin with, it shares and syncs the video. Now, that means I'm going to have to learn how to mess around with the YouTube APIs and the player to use probably a WebSocket connection. Dan, as the real-time communications expert, could probably tell me if this is a good or a bad idea, to actually synchronize the playback of the videos across multiple feeds. Obviously, I don't want to have to host the video myself, because then that gets into a whole mess of RTMP servers and broadcasting. So I want to use existing material like YouTube and synchronize it across anybody who tunes in on St. Patrick's weekend. And then I want to have, based upon that jukebox, where'd it go? Oh, there we go. And based upon that, then have it for afterwards, have the Irish party. And I want to have a synchronized playlist for everybody to listen to. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get around this. So I'm obviously going to be relearning, because it's been 3-4 years since I've done any actual front-end development. I'm going to learn how to put React together. I'm going to see if we can glue it all in. I'm going to also need to do some server-side with this, because obviously I'm going to need to authenticate Spotify so that people can actually have it, because Spotify doesn't work with any synchronization unless you are authenticated with the API. That is literally how, in the bottom left, that little "What's Playing Now" widget actually works, surprisingly. So that's using some of the APIs to ping and actually check what my Spotify is playing. Those APIs can also be used to make sure that everybody is in sync on the same track. So I'm going to need a little bit of whiz-bangery magic stuff to brain. I haven't had enough coffee so far. I apologize. Yeah, to actually synchronize it and play it. So it's going to be a little bit of a mishmash. And now, for this first stream, because it's been a long time since I have streamed, just to put it out there, it's been a while. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute. I'm gonna plan out what I actually want to do and validate it with you, the audience, to make sure that I'm not being a complete idiot. Because, well, other people are smarter than me, much smarter than me, and I could do with a little pointer in the right direction. So let's go. Let's get some stuff together. Right, so where do people think we need to start? Front end, back end, big diagrammy thing. Where do people think we need to start? You know what, let's pick where this is going to live. Because, I do have, let's see if I can do this, domains.google.com. Can I not search domains? Ba-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-da-bum. Boom. Boom. Alright, let's go to demands. Not domains, demands. And I still misspelt domains. Domains. Bloody heck. Do I blame the coffee or my own stupidity at this point? Thinking my own stupidity. At this point, I'm also having trouble with my own head. My own head is cutting off the login. There we go. Sign in. It's me. It's me. Let's possibly shrink my giant coconut a little bit. There, man. Do not. There we go. There. The giant head of God is now shrunk. There we go. So, domains. And there we go. There we go. So, St. Pat's Party. Let's just see if it's still available. St. Patrick's Party. I think I have the domain for this. So I've got the domain, which means I'm going to very easily be able to stick this somewhere else, and it doesn't have to be stpats.elsmore.me or whatever. It can be something completely different. Now, I haven't done a huge amount of work on these. I've done some, not a huge amount, so I kind of want to look into it. So, the places that I'm thinking of hosting this are, surprisingly, not DigitalOcean, because I've done way too much of that over the years, and not AWS, because I've been doing that pretty much solidly for the last 3 years. So, I was thinking Vercel, and I was thinking Netlify, because the vast majority of this application is going to be just the front end, and I could probably get away with using the Vercel functions and the Netlify functions to do the little bits of compute work I need to do, such as the authentication and bits like that. Most of this is going to be just front-end JavaScript. So, fellow audience people, any suggestions which one I should do or how I should make my decision? Also just realized I need to make a quick edit on my profile because it's wrong. La la la. Developer. I do. Oh, I have to say AWS, the magic word. Ooh. Right. So, for those of you who are not acquainted with this, which I don't think is going to be many people, I think most people are going to know, but just in case, Jeff Bezos has recently decided to sit down as the CEO of Amazon. And, well, that's great. He's rich as heck, so doesn't have to work. So now he's not. He's going to be on, I believe he's going to be the executive chair. And somebody else is going to be the CEO and actually operate and grow the business beyond what it is. To be fair, it doesn't need to grow that much because it's always a fecking honking mahoosive thing. Like, it's got to the point where that business ain't gonna die. Somebody's gonna take pitchforks and it's still gonna die. It's gonna be like the Frankenstein from the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing. I want to live at the end of it. Pretty much that. So Jeff Bezos has stepped behind. They could have brought in a new CEO from outside of Amazon. They could have and they could promote somebody from inside of Amazon's shopping, which is what most people are aware of. But instead, they've promoted the CEO of the AWS, Amazon Web Services business, to being the boss of the whole damn thing. Now, AWS has been one of the fastest growing and biggest parts of Amazon's success in the last few years, and over the zombie apocalypse period, the last 12 months, even faster as more people have needed to expand quickly to match the huge amount of people who are now going online more than there were before. So he's now the big boss. I'm a little skeptical about this because, how do I put it politely? There we go. Let's change that. Save changes. There we go. Finish my point. Back to channel. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the new boss. Because he's been the boss of this hugely successful growing part, I don't want them to focus too much more on the digital business. Who gives a shit about St. Patrick's Day? Jim, how long have you lived in Birmingham? It's a thing. It's an entire thing. Being family friendly. And anyway, previous point. AWS, I don't want it to be too big of a thing because of oh god, Jim's completely ruined my train of thought. Right, yeah, it's trolling. Damn it, use my own words against me. God damn it. Yes, so CEO, I don't want to focus too much because they already do so much in the digital space. It's getting huge and complex. AWS is now a sprawling mess of stuff. It can do pretty much everything you want and more. And at that exact same time, it is now it's hard to say. Like, it's getting too complex and to the point where you need a degree in AWS to be able to work with AWS. So yeah, I really hope they carry on growing it, but there's a set of limitations in the fact that, like, complexity for a retail product and everything else is going to be more difficult. But I do appreciate that Bezos even on his closing note said Amazon was built on invention and building random stuff, chasing the rabbit holes and failing quite a few times and succeeding in others. So it's a good fit because it will actually work with that. Anyway. Yeah, so, Jim, you're a good person for this, actually. I'm trying to pick the beginning tech bits I need to start building my app. So I'm going to build a React app to socialize St. Patrick's Day with a recording of a 2019 parade, followed by Irish pub music from Digbeth so that we can all drink Guinness together even though we're not together. It's like watching the rugby remotely. It's a requirement to have a Guinness in hand whilst watching the rugby, but this one's going to be slightly more social. It's kind of built off the back of that jukebox idea, the thing you shared, which I barely have logged into on the Discord, on the Fusion Discord. So, with that in mind, I want to build it, and because this is going to be primarily a front-end app, and I want to share it. Yeah, I'm going to build the same thing, but a not out-of-date React app. Yeah, because this is going to be primarily a front-end app. I don't want to have to go and do DigitalOcean and stuff. So I'm currently looking at either Vercel. Need to use the right mouse. No, that's either Vercel, So using it for the function server for the authentication methods, etc. And the static storage components to deal with the actual React app itself, because it's going to be, you know, relatively complex, but it's all going to be front-end JavaScript. Or Netlify, because Netlify. Which one would you suggest I build this app out of? Because you have done and been doing bits of this recently. So, opinions welcomed. I feel weird waiting on Jim. I'm not familiar with Netlify or Vercel. I don't even know if I have accounts with them. Like, I'm assuming I have one with Netlify. It's an easy way to check. Oh damn. This is where it all goes to heck in the handbasket. Let's try and not give any passwords, etc. away, because that would suck. Okay, so you think, why you know? Let me type. Being a bugger. Maybe Next.js to build it. I also haven't done anything with Next.js. I was just going to be using React Router and doing it all simplificated. Yeah. God damn it. SSR. Okay. What the heck is SSR? Okay, so there we go. Oh! It appears I have Netlify stuff without realizing I had Netlify stuff. Must have been a while. I do not remember building any of this stuff. Okay, so I've deployed a blank page. Interesting. I've deployed a copy of the Hackfronts website. Interesting. Okay. And something else. What the heck is the other thing? I have deployed a 404 page. Can I still claim I haven't built anything when I have no idea what I've shipped, or how I did it, or when I did it, or what I did it with? Because that'd be great if I could, like, ignore. Thanks. Okay, thanks, bye. And because it has to be done during every one of my streams, regardless of what it is, LTT store. Ah, I don't know. Cold water. Yeah, okay, so you're saying go Netlify and go with Next.js. Okay, let's have a wee look at Next.js. Yeah. The sooner I get this on a proper screen, the better. Oh, Next.js was actually built by... Hang on, you're telling me to use Next.js but use it on Netlify when it's actually built for Vercel? Is it built for Vercel, or is it just by Vercel? And does that mean Next is just a superset wrapper around React, or a React rewrite? Have you never looked at the documentation? Because I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, it's you click the top of it, you go to Vercel. You, my friend, have been punked by the internets. Okay, world's leading companies use and love next, blah blah blah. Subdomain routing, so it's image optimization, routing, file system storage. Okay, so has everything I need. And actually, if I do want to host the video so I can do the synchronization properly, I can use my old friends Cloudinary and get their thing from hither and use that because they have a video solution which may be easier to do cross-browser synchronization between browsers, which is what I would love Dan to tell me about, but he's been oddly silent. But yeah, that's not a bad idea, using the video from these guys to do the work. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we have ideas. We have a plan. There is a plan. There is a plan afoot. There is a foot and a plan. And a foot of the plan. Yeah, I know, I'm talking gibberish. Okay. Do I need a task list to keep track of this? Do I break my streams up into multiple chunks? Or do I just YOLO the crap out of it? You know what? Let's create a repo and use the project tooling in there because it will make my life a lot easier. All right, cool. So Saint Patrick's party. Just build it. Just build. I am an absolute and utter moron. Okay, so add a readme, add a git ignore. That's gonna go with, because everything I build is in JavaScript, so let's go with the node one, because simplification, choose a license, because I'm a good guy. Let's go with MIT. Let's all enjoy the parade together. So we have a WePo. Trial. Got it. Thanks. Here we go. This is the bit I was meaning. So create a project. Project is going to be called Sync Video across browsers. Yeah. Node's file system. You do realize that Node's a programming language and it doesn't actually have a file system. It just interacts with the file system of the operating system. Just FYI. Unless you're talking about the file system implementation APIs, then, oh yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. What's the problem, bud? Okay, so we're going to create a Kanban. You just want to load an entire file into a variable, asynchronously or synchronously. And is this variable going to serve to the web or just be interacted with inside of the application? Because if you're trying to just grab the file and serve it straight out, you'd actually be better off just streaming it straight to your service endpoint and having it out. Okay, so what's the problem? There is the read file sync function, and it literally just grabs the content and drops it in as a buffer. I believe it's a buffer anyway. Node.js file system. Bless me! The power of sneeze compels thee. Ugh. There we go. Da, ba, 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 ba. You're making me click links, which are going to open up in a different browser, and I have to go, so it's like, no. Or I can just open up my Twitch chat in here, I suppose, and have a look. Twitch. How meta is this? I'm going to look at my own Twitch channel to look at the chat so I can click the link in the right place. We are going full meta! Except I don't have the history. Bugger! Wow, that's insane. Let's not do that. But imagine your template is dynamic in the file system. It's in map for each. All right. Do you have a code example of this? Something that I can read, because I'm going with you have a very, very specific use case where you may need to lift the variables out, lift scopes and stuff. Just I'm not looking at the file system, Dan. Don't worry. I'm helping Jim answer his weird and wonderful node questions. His node question at the moment is file system. He wants to grab a file and he wants to feed it into Mustache. In my mind, that is the simple read file sync, or the read sync function. You know, grab it, throw it, gets thrown in. Easy. But he's then saying there's some weirdness, so I'm going to wait until he describes what it is a bit more before I try and define anything, because it was probably going to be a bit more of a meh. Okay. No, what I want, and I would love your import. Import? Yes, import the React. Yes. No. What I would like your input, Dan, is I am intending to build this React app, which is going to have a video file either served from YouTube or Cloudinary or somewhere, which I intend on having synchronized across multiple browsers. So I'm assuming I'm going to need to have some form of connection which allows me to push up to the browser what the timestamp is at the point, so people jump to the right part of the video and everybody gets the St. Patrick's Day parade at the same point, so we all get to enjoy the same which is also going to be awkward with the adverts. So probably going to be Cloudinary, I'm not going to lie, so I can directly manipulate the file object. It's only 9 minutes, but yeah, so essentially a video file that's preferably like a good half hour, so we all get to enjoy the St. Patrick's Day parade and have it synchronized, and more importantly, drink Guinness together at the right order and the right time, because that's very important, as we know, because Guinness and St. Patrick's Day. So yes, that's what I want to do. Oh, interesting. Didn't realize that. So maybe I don't have to use Cloudinary. Maybe I can just use a YouTube video. Okay. Now, to synchronize it, do you think I can get away with running just a WebSocket server and have it like pinging out the current timestamp of a master copy of the video? Or do I do a peer-to-peer connection between the browsers to do that work instead? Which way would you do it? As the master of the real-time technologies, would you use, say, intriguing. Okay, so you think it's just having a socket connection, which is essentially running, essentially acting as a metronome to keep everybody in step, is the simplest way of doing it. And this may, oh man, if they've already done it, then what's the point of me doing it? Boring. There's nothing for me to do. Everybody else has done it. Oh, damn. It's also 2 years out of date from a code base perspective, so I could probably do with fixing some of it. Oh, God, no. Firebase. I hate using Firebase. Not because there's anything wrong with Firebase, but it's the same as AWS. There's just so much extra tooling. I only want to build a lightweight thing, hence the reason I was going, can I get away with just having a socket server and just essentially have it was going to be even a ridiculously simple script that was literally just going to press play on the video and then read the timestamp out of FFmpeg locally and fire that out and literally just go, the master video is now at this point. You should be here as well. Dick, 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 dick. Until the video's done. And then have Spotify come in and do the same thing with a playlist for about 12 hours of one beer an hour until we all pass out blind. Just a WebSocket. Okay, so WebSocket. I'm not insane. A WebSocket server would do the trick, and a React front end for me to actually do all my whiz-bangery. Because one of the things I wanted to do is I also wanted. I've lost my bruiser. I wanted to have real-world representations of people at the party. So, making a digital crowd, for lack of a better word, having it drop in an element to represent each person. And if they so decide to have their webcam on, have it actually check the room, see how many people are there, and add the relevant number of people based upon the webcam capture to the room. So if you happen to have 4 people in the room, it'll add 4 people to the parade. But that's more of a stretch goal. It's just going to keep adding these things on because now you've got 4 weeks to build it, and I'm going to be streaming this once I've ironed out how I intend on doing it every other day for the next 3 weeks. So there. Go. Let's go. Okay, so add an issue. WebSocket server. Submit issue. I'm just going to make some random points so I can keep an eye on it, and then I'll actually clean it up later. WebSocket server. React. Next. JS. Boilerplate. Do. Oh, I wouldn't be using Mirage.js for the mocking. What I would actually be using is Spotlight and their local running instance version, because I can feed that an open API specification and it feed me a local version of the server running off the open API specification. Whereas Mirage.js, if I remember correctly, you feed it, I believe you feed it the JSON responses you want. Mirage is fantastic, but I have recently, and by recently I mean quite significantly for a while now, last 6 months, come to the conclusion that using a standard specification, especially if you want to teach people how to do things, it's a little bit easier. So if I'm going to start with OpenAPI, and then I'm going to be able to maintain the OpenAPI file and fact check myself for when I've done something stupid. Put it plain and simply. An OpenAPI 3. Is it 3.1 or something? Is a great one for that. To create. Now that's a thing. Is create React app the default for going with setup. So I'm assuming I can use the standard Next app as the intermediary as well. Definitely use NPX and create... people are messing with me, and I don't like it. And hang on. Hang on. Here's a. Ooh. Why would I be using, under the recommendation of Jim, using Next.js? Why would I use the React boilerplate rather than the Next.js boilerplate? What benefit does using the React boilerplate give you instead? And thank you for the suggestion, Gino. But I had got an option there. All right, so we've got what's I'm remembering. Okay, so it is use the React Next boilerplate for the Next app. Cool. I thought that was like some weird hokey thing where it's like, no. The Next.js one has some evilness. Use the React one and fast load it in. And I don't know why we're doing this in a Scottish accent. A very bad Scottish accent. It's React, it's all voodoo. Please don't ever do that. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't get it. I'm confused. I am... also, Chino, do I know you? Because I don't recognize the username. Oh, you've changed your fleeping username again. Oh, Jesus Christ. Doing a bad Scottish accent to a Scot is the worst idea. Oh, I am so sorry. Sorry, dude. Forgive me. Yes. Oh, you know, I could do worse. I could start breaking... considering I'm building an app to encourage drinking on St. Patrick's Day, I could be breaking out the Irish. And we all know how bad that can go, because nobody can do that for long enough without talking about leprechauns. It's just not possible. It's just... Yeah. You bad man, but also a fair and attentive human being. It's fine. The closer we get to me having a working version of this application, the more likely I am going to start drinking. Because, you know, one of the things I do want to use? I do actually want to use some browser-based image recognition to see if I can detect whenever somebody has a pint of Guinness or a can of Guinness in the screen and make it do a cheers. So I have a lot of things I want to do with this and not a lot of time. I don't need more drink to encourage me to run Hackference because it's never happening again. Hackference is dead, everyone. Long live Hackference. But yes, so I think it's also officially been 2 years. Long live FusionCon. Don't say that, you'll get Hannah all excited. Yes, on that note, Cal, there is... there is a spiritual successor to Hackference. It is coming in the form of... well, it's not been given an official name yet, but the Fusion Conference ran by the Fusion Meetup people. So, Can't spell. Fusion Hub. Is it? So, that's the right place. Yeah, that's the right place. Yep, so we've got the Fusion Hub. They run events. We have our next event on the 10th of March. I am going to be hosting it with the help of Hannah because, well, I like talking and Jim's useless. So, yeah, and one of the hopes is that when the world gets to go being in a real place again, because this is the last event we did, and I was the host, thank you very much, we're going to have way to burn my audience. We're going to... Yeah, no, I want Hackfritz to carry on as a community, but I cannot run it anymore. And Hannah and Andy, well, mainly Hannah, and Andy didn't stop her, wanted to do this, and I'm going to support them. So you are welcome to come to Birmingham, and you're welcome to be part of an amazing community-led event like Hackfronts. It just happens to not be Hackfronts. I will be involved helping it run, but it won't be my event. That is all. Oh god. Right, I'm going to give this another few minutes whilst I finish up what I need to do. And Next.js boilerplate, WebSocket server. What else do I need as video? Wrong keyboard! Oh god, no, I'm not going north. You heathen, I've never been to Scotland. I'd get eaten alive by the Glaswegians. I'm only a soft and pudgy thing. Let's go with a video source. YouTube or cloud. Narrate. Cool. To be fair, mate, I have been trying to check the law to see how easy it is to move to Edinburgh or Aberdeen and become a resident so that when Scotland finally earns its independence and gets the heck out of here, yeah, I can go. I do have a rather... No, I have Irish at the moment, I'm afraid, bud. I have Irish and Japanese. I have no whiskey with the extra E. I only have the stuff with the Y. I apologise. I'll have to amend that. I have been having my eyes on a Macallan. Yeah, I have been having my eyes on a Macallan because after getting laid off last week, I went... You know what, redundancy pay? Can pay for some fancy booze to drown my fucking spirits in. Yeah, last time I had Macallan, it was a Macallan 12. It wasn't cheap, but it was bloody tasty and really quite solid. Has my stream just descended from tech into booze? Send me a care package. Only if I can exchange it with a good set of gins, because I've got some amazing gin and beer to share. It was always booze. Oh, good. You make me sound like some form of alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a seasoned liver. Crowd interaction. And I want one for recognize Guinness. Submit issue. Have I spelled Guinness wrong? I have a feeling that I've spelled Guinness badly. Yep. Turns out I can only spell Guinness when I'm drunk. There we go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I have a request because, yeah. So last week on Friday, I was meant to run the Tech Off Topic podcast, as I normally do every other week. But due to the last week being very stressful, along with my redundancy being declared on the Monday, I completely forgot, like the absolute clown I am, to organise a guest and to record something. So this week I've given myself the time off and I've decided I'm going to find somebody. So if you or you know anybody that you would love me to have a chat with, an interview, feel free to get them in touch with me or to reach out to me yourself, and I will see them on God, what's the date? I need the calendar. On February 19th for the podcast. So if they want an informal, off-topic conversation that goes completely sideways, and the last one I did was with the boot campers from the School of Code, and it was amazing. That actually ridiculously interesting. If you or anybody else would love to get involved with that, please tell me, and we will share. The podcast itself, Tech Off Topic is this, and nope, there we go. Only does it on the main screen. Okay, so I just have to copy and paste it then. Yeah, if you want to listen to the previous episodes or you have anything else you would like to do, feel free to share it with me. So I have got the boilerplates. I know what I'm going to do. This Friday I am not going to be doing the Tech Off Topic because I'm going to give myself time to actually flipping organise it for the following week. So this Friday I am going to have a beer with me whilst I do it. It's going to be Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. If I don't get a phone call from a recruiter, I'll actually start at 3 p.m. on the dot, sensibly. We are going to actually start building this. I'm going to do some more blank React template blanks, get myself better acquainted with it because it's been so damn long. Yeah, I'll actually start building some stuff and people will be able to get interacting. I'm not building it now because I'm drawing... I'm going to be drinking to build it because Bulmer Peak, you know, the performance increase you get with a beer in hand is going to be needed to make this thing happen. And I also need to fix my stream because I've realized that I've got Logs.io branding all over it and I kind of need to remove it, and I didn't remove all of it whilst we were. So hence the reason why I'm like, I'm going to cut the stream short because we're at the point where I can start the boilerplate and we can spend an hour staring at me going, I forgot to install that. Or I can do that off screen, come back, and we can actually get cracking. So guess what? That's what we're going to do. So yeah, if you or anybody you know would like to be on the Tech Off Topic podcast, please reach out to me on Twitter at UKMadLZ. Send me a DM over that, or Instagram, same deal. Send me an email at mike@elsmore.me. I genuinely believe surprisingly, not me. Oh, wow. Surprisingly, Googling my own name doesn't actually give me what I want. Surprise, surprise. There we go. Send me via these methods anything you so desire to actually get involved with the Tech Off Topic podcast. And you can even send me an email from here. Yes, I have my own NPM module to give me share my details. So if you get that NPM module, you'll get my email and everything else, or it's just on the screen there. So yes, reach out and we will do the Tech Off Topic next week. And I'll be back on Friday to actually build this. Thank you very much, everybody. See you later.